Hi folks, this is all the fruit. Today we want to make cocoa, but we don't have cocoa powder. What we have is a cocoa tree here in the Botanic Garden of Heidelberg. So of course we're gonna make cocoa from fresh cocoa fruits. I asked the kind gardeners if I can harvest something. They said, of course not. You will just damage the bark. We will harvest it for you. So no harvesting on camera. They just cut off a couple fruits. Not the ones down here where they are well visible, but further up where the visitors are not deprived of one of the most interesting plants here in the Botanic Garden. Also my new assistant, also known as ChatGPT, found a couple recipes how you can actually make cocoa with fresh fruits. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about, of course, all my planning started weeks ago, and by now, since we want to leave a couple fruits where the visitors can still enjoy them, there was not so much harvestable leftover. As you can see, there are a lot of rotten fruits up there. There are two small fruits and one which is half rotten. I mean, yeah, for the cocoa seeds, which are called beans, you want them to be fermented. Maybe it works here, but of course we also want to eat the tasty fruit, and I'm afraid that this here especially is not gonna be so tasty anymore. So Mai is a little bit hesitant. She has never cut cocoa before. Please don't cut into your hands. I still need you. Yeah, cocoa is incredibly tough. Usually it's being cut with a machete, which we don't have here.
Kind of open.
Okay, it's too overripe. It's not gonna be very tasty. Can you cut the other ones also?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are very late in the season and we didn't get the best fruits. The thing is, whenever I have an idea, usually it takes me weeks to do it. Oh, those are already germinating. And now the big rotten one. I mean, cocoa is supposed to be fermented before it's being consumed, so I don't know.
I'll try to open it. Oh no.
Okay.
That is a bit rotten.
That is a bit rotten. Okay, let's see. Is there anything usable here?
A lot of ants.
Lots of ants. Poor ants.
Okay.
Okay, now let's try the flesh. Pretty small, not very developed fruits with tiny seeds. Tastes a bit bland. Usually they should taste much better, a much richer taste. Yeah, the seeds are minuscule. The so-called coffee beans, which are not beans at all. Let's try the other plant. Even more boring. No sourness.
Like this was broken.
She broke one? Well, doesn't matter.
It was broken. I'll try.
So, yeah, no sweetness, no sourness, almost no flavor. The first one had a trace of sourness and flavor, yeah. Small, not well developed, overripe fruit. So, this is being sold on tropical markets as a fruit. But those two, yeah, if I had bought them on a tropical market as fruits, I would bring them back and call it a scam. Distributing some rare fruits collections to friends and accomplices. Next, we are cleaning the cocoa seeds. Here one, which already got quite a big seedling. Oh, all of them got seedlings, okay. Not sure how good everything's gonna be. Maybe use those which have little seedlings, or we will end up with nothing.
Okay.
I wanted to have 2 big fruits, but they gave me just... this should be good enough.
Okay.
But they gave me... where did it go? But they gave me just a couple quite small ones, so we have to use what we've got. Yeah, that's the stupid thing. You stay in Borneo for 4 months, there's cocoa everywhere. And where do you do those experiments? In Germany. Let's see whether we can clean them a little bit. Mai has also found a recipe where we don't need to ferment them in an earth hole for 3 days, but can use them fresh. We were kicked out from the kitchen by Big Press, and so now we are continuing our experiments outdoors. So roast for 20 to 40 minutes, but since those things are so small, we will have to stay under 20 minutes, I guess. Starting to make funny sounds. After a couple minutes, everything is getting pretty dry. Any smell?
Oh ja, jetzt auflassen.
Smells
Ich glaub, wir
like
müssen jetzt-
burnt chestnuts.
Ja, erst müssen wir ein bisschen runtergehen, damit wir den Topf nicht kaputt
Well,
machen.
no, not as nice as burnt chestnuts. What does it smell like?
Like burnt stuff.
Like burnt stuff, but without the nice chestnut flavor, right? Like burnt food, basically. Like burnt food with some nasty additional smell. So how long did we do this now? 10 minutes already?
Yeah, I think maybe 15.
Maybe 15.
Jetzt knacken sie auch schon leicht, wenn man drauf geht.
How does it taste?
A bit bitter. Okay, after over 20 minutes. Oh. Yeah, the puniest cocoa seeds we've ever had, but at least the skin comes off. Still tastes slightly moist. I don't think it's all oil. And has become slightly more bitter. Maybe 5 more minutes, what do you think?
Maybe, but maybe not longer.
Okay. After a short cooling, oh wait, something smells like... now it smells like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Look, it smells like dark... okay, people are exiting through the window. It smells like dark chocolate. Smell it, smell it.
Ja,
Smells like dark chocolate.
Mörserton.
Let's peel them.
Ist hier jetzt Englisch oder machen wir das?
Das kommt auf Englisch auf YouTube. Das heißt, dein Stunt ist jetzt auch auf YouTube.
Ah, das tatsächlich alles kommt. Oh shit.
Und?
Mein Kuchen auch.
Nein, jetzt sag mal auf Englisch, wie das Zeug geschmeckt hat. So this guy got one of the burnt cocoa beans. How was it? My hand smells of dark chocolate.
It doesn't taste like dark chocolate.
But it smells like dark chocolate. That's a start. It's pretty much work. Or das sind nur Zwiebeln. It's a lot of work to get off this skin. Maybe it would have been easier if we had left them a little bit longer, but we had to find a compromise. So Mai is now trying to grind them, but don't forget that cocoa, well, I guess those still have some moisture inside, but of course they also have a lot of cocoa butter. The cocoa butter is basically the oil inside the cocoa beans, and neither is the cocoa butter nor the cocoa beans. But when you buy cocoa powder, the butter has been removed mechanically, and when you make chocolate bars, the butter is added back into the mix. Oh, and also somebody broke a glass here, broke a jar here, so everybody is very excited now. Okay, I want to try this too. Well, she did more of a grinding stuff like that. I tried to hit everything. It's not. At least it smells like chocolate. At least it smells like chocolate. After a joint effort of over 10 minutes, well, beautiful purple color. And yeah, it's not really becoming a cocoa powder, more like a cocoa paste. However, I tasted it and I would say it smells and tastes exactly like dark chocolate. Everybody else tends to disagree. We put 3 sugar cubes with the cocoa so that the crystals can help us to grind it down. And I guess, can we already put it into the milk? What do you think? Yes. And now we'll just cook it with some milk. I hope it's not too much milk. Yeah. We want quite a concentrated taste. Now let's see.
I think it's like 200.
I guess a small metal spoon would be easier.
Yeah, probably.
Nice color, but so many chunks. I guess we didn't grind it up well enough. Not really boiling yet. How long do we want to boil it?
I don't know.
I mean, it will help for the oil to dissolve, for the cocoa butter to dissolve. And I don't know how long we should boil it for the taste. Color is interesting. Bring to a quick boil. Should be enough. What do you think? Okay, that's enough. The finished product doesn't even smell like chocolate anymore. It smells like those beans with bechamel sauce which my grandma used to make. Very tasty. Yeah, a mix of beans and when you make a sauce from flour and fat and water. Do you smell some trace of cocoa now?
Nope.
Nope. Do you smell some trace of cocoa now? Not really. Oh, it's gone. Pouring it. He said I wouldn't stand there. He doesn't trust me. Nice purplish pinkish color, definitely. But the color kind of resembles cocoa, doesn't it?
Ja, sehr gut.
Also schmeckt das nach Kakao oder wie was schmeckt das jetzt?
Es schmeckt nach Kakao. Es hat einen interessanten bitteren Nachgeschmack.
Aha. Okay, our first taster says it tastes like cocoa, but with a bitter aftertaste.
Das war richtig heftig.
Richtig heftig,
Ja,
really
schmeckt
bitter.
nach Kakao.
Aber
Ja.
wirklich im Nachgang, also echt im Nachgang.
Willst du noch probieren, Jana?
Es schmeckt tatsächlich ein bisschen nach Kakao.
Nein.
Noch nicht, die kommen gleich.
Ein ganz kleines bisschen.
Nach Kakao.
Der Rauschkaffee ist das nächste Video.
Das funktioniert. Was ist das? Proof of Concept.
Kakao. Kakao kannst du aus dem Milch.
Das ist jetzt normaler Kakao.
Nicht vegane Milch. Das weiß ich.
Sorry,
Aber richtig
also
bitterer Nachgang.
vielleicht ein bisschen nach Kakao.
Also ich weiß nicht, welchen haben wir denn zuerst
Ja, oder?
Ja. Ja. Willst du mal?
Zeig mal, eine von diesen, du hast die ganzen, eine von den, one of the porcelain cups has all the pieces.
Ja. Oh ja, stimmt.
Lass mich mal.
Ja, stimmt. Das ist
We did it in 4 cups just to avoid sharing them, and now we are sharing all the time.
Will sie auch mal probieren?
ja, also da ist wirklich der bittere Nachgang.
Ja, da ist-
Aber als echter, also der Nachgang so.
Wir hätten noch mal durchfiltrieren sollen.
Hier ist der bittere
Hier ist
Nachgang.
nix bitter.
Da.
Das ist keine Spur bitter. Leute, nach ein paar Jahren im Dschungel wisst ihr, was bitter ist.
Ich will ja gar nicht sagen, dass es schlecht ist.
Wir hatten noch nicht die Zeit, ein paar Jahre im Dschungel zu verbringen.
Ich weiß nicht, also ich schmecke nichts Bitteres. Es schmeckt für mich wie so ganz milder Kakao.
Also, wenn du die
Vergleich zu dem
anderen Stadien
anderen ist
probiert
es-
hättest, wärst du erstaunt da.
So, who says that this stuff is bitter out of the people who tried it?
I mean, it's not that bitter.
Depends.
Also, ich finde
Well,
es so bitter.
you are usually very sensitive for bitter stuff, right?
I think that is okay.
You think it's...
Ich meine, vielleicht weil es halt homemade ist und deswegen.
Ja.
Das heißt, kann auch sein, dass es halt später.
Was sagst du?
Also der
glaub,
ist auf jeden
einfach,
Fall
das ist
bitter.
das untere
Also
der
ich meine,
Pfanne,
die
wo
Frage
die-
ist, wie bitter. Das ist mir nicht zu bitter.
Okay, there are 3 people already who say it's bitter and 2 who say it's not bitter.
Okay.
Definitely an interesting experiment. I don't know if I will repeat it because it was a lot of work after all. For
Ich fand's auch
something,
gut. Danke für deine Hilfe.
for something
Ja, danke
which
für die
doesn't taste bad, but
Gerne.
no, I have all the pieces here,
Schmeckt auch nicht schlecht.
and it's not bitter.
Das ist freiwillig.
Yeah, okay, this one also has all the pieces.
So Kakaomilch, ne?
Nah. Nah. Sorry. I would say stuff made from grains or from chestnuts or from acorns or from carob
Garten ist immer
or from hazelnuts.
wichtig, dass der Innenreferent sich mal mit den Gruppen beschäftigt. So geht aber mit
Would be more interesting for me. This is too boring.
eigentlich machen.
Will jemand noch irgendwas beitragen zum Geschmack? Noch irgendwelche? Does anybody want to contribute something to the comments about the taste?
I do like it.
Ja.
Less concentrated regular.
But would you like to make more experiments with this stuff? Because compared to other things I've drunk, this is boring for me.
Yeah, I think for us it's like very exciting.
Okay. So folks, maybe stay tuned
To drink other stuff.
for more cocoa experiments. Next comes the psychotria, the wild coffee, and it's wild. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.